Alright, so today I'm going to do a habit tracker review of February. And why, you ask? Because I want to get you prepared for the next month, how I look at my habit tracker and how I can adjust it, or how can I move forward and do better the next month. And so looking at February, it's not the end of February yet, but I still just want to show you just so you can get prepared for March. And from the looks of it, right, it's pretty green, but there is some red. And so when I look at this at the end of the month, I look at the wins first. I look at, okay, what did I do really good at? And from the looks of it, I did my morning routine. I did not miss once. I did it green every single day, which that's pretty much a win. And then so I look at the other things too. Like even if some are red, I'd be like, okay, for YouTube work, I showed up pretty much most of the time. I would give myself like an 85% or 90% on that. I showed up 90% of the time to do the work for YouTube. And with walking and stretching, I did good on that too. And I made a comeback with reading. If you don't know, I made a video, I think it was like a week or two ago, and it was about like I keep on failing. And it was like my reading task, my reading block I was supposed to do every single day. Because I put read 15 pages. And so how I made a comeback on that was I put it directly in the morning. Right after my morning routine, I'd go straight into reading for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour or so, instead of just reading 15 pages. Like I know I put 15 pages in there, but I was just reading for time-wise, not for specific page-wise. And it did way better than I expected. And so now what I do is I look at what I did wrong. Not what I did wrong, but what did I do bad at and how can I improve? The most thing I did not do good at was waking up early. The past 5 days from this video, like I did not wake up early at all. But it wasn't like late. I didn't sleep in it. It was like, okay, I'd wake up at 7. I'd wake up at 8 or 7:30. Because the time on here is 6:45 a.m. That's kind of a weird number, I'm not gonna lie. Like who wakes up at 6:45 exactly? It's either 6:30 or 7. You pick whatever time, like in increments of 30 minutes. So every time I would set my alarm at night, I'd always put it like on a dot, like, oh, I wake up at 6:45. That's really just a weird number, to be honest. And so I did good on that. How can I improve next month? And so I already made my March habit tracker. And I'll show you right now what it looks like. So I have 6:30 a.m. Why, you might ask? I'm dropping down 15 minutes from 6:45. If I couldn't wake up at 6:45, how am I supposed to wake up at 6:30? Like I said before, 6:45 is like a weird number. And I know I put 6:30 on here, but I do plan on waking up at 6 just so I can get the wind, you know what I mean? So even if I wake up at 6 and like I go back in my bed by accident, or like I sleepwalk into my bed, like I know I have that 30-minute cushion to kind of be like, okay, but I need to get up. Like it gives me a couple minutes to kind of get up out of bed, really. And I have my normal morning routine still. But the thing is with my morning routine recently in February, I was doing so much journaling, and it was like so long. My morning routine was really long, and morning routines really shouldn't be that long. Like I wake up, I drink water, take my supplements, I journal and read the Bible. But I was also adding like, okay, read the Daily Stoic and do the Daily Stoic journal. But that really just took too long. I just want to keep it simple. So I got rid of those books. They're on my shelf now. Now what I'm just doing is just waking up, drinking my potion, my hydrogen water, and I just go into the Bible and I go into the journaling, and then boom, I go right into doing whatever's next. It would really just take around like 15 to 20 minutes instead of taking like 40 minutes or so. And so now what I have on here is reading. I hope if you don't know this, but I have all my habits like lined up in order. Like how I wake up, like, okay, this is first, then the morning routine, then I read, then the daily YouTube script, and then all of the other stuff. I line it up so it's in order of my day, pretty much. And so next, I have read for 45 minutes. I found my reading sessions better when I focus on the time and not focus on the page, because when I'm focused on the page and like when I'm reading, I have to like constantly look at the page, like what's next. So I just set a timer and I put it to the side, and then when it goes off, I'm done reading. So I can do 45 minutes. I've been doing it the past like week and a half or so. It's been pretty easy. So, but I want to be really consistent with that 45 minutes. And next on here is going to be a daily YouTube script. Before I had a YouTube work, but that's really kind of vague. Even though I did show up every day for YouTube work, that could mean so many things. That could mean, okay, do some work on my community. That could be, okay, I post a community post. Okay, I make a a YouTube script. Oh, I edit a video. But what I want to do, like my biggest constraint with YouTube right now is the scripting. It's sitting down and actually thinking about, okay, how can I make a video that brings value to you? How can I make a video that will impact your life? And how it's a lot of like intellectual mental work, and it is kind of uncomfortable because I'm just not really used to it. And so I put it on here, a daily script every single day. I'm not going to be posting every single day, but I want to be able to make a script every single day, regardless if it's good or bad. I just have to get used to showing up and doing it. So I put daily script on there, regardless if it's a good script or bad script, regardless if I use it or not. I just want to show up every day and get used to just going on a Notion and sitting down with my thoughts and thinking, okay, how can I make my followers better? How can I get them towards something that they really want to get to? And next is going to be one new person. If you don't know already, I'm kind of an introvert and I don't really go out that much. I don't really talk to many people when I'm in the gym. Like I have my hoodie on, I have my earbuds in. I'm not really like looking to talk to anyone or anything like that. Like you might think like, okay, I talk to the camera, like I have to be like an extrovert. Like it's really quite the opposite. Once I'm done talking to the camera, I don't talk to anyone else at all throughout the day. And I've always been like an introvert. I've always been just to myself, which I don't mind at all. I don't mind being by myself. But as a YouTuber, as a person who wants to kind of start a movement, who wants to always be speaking on camera and speaking to people, I need to get used to just speaking to random people. I need to get out there more, because I can be an introvert. No, I can be an introvert and still be an extrovert. Like I can be an introvert and still have extroverted traits and abilities, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, like I really enjoy the time I have with myself, but how am I supposed to move forward when I feel awkward talking to someone, you know what I mean? So I want to make it a habit to talk to one new person every single day, like random. Like mostly the best opportunity for this for me will be at the gym every single day. So if I don't meet someone that day, I have to go to the gym and just find someone, just go up to them and just meet them. And thinking about it now, like it kind of makes me like a little bit uncomfortable, and that's why I have to do it. Like I feel kind of like nervous thinking about it now, but that's why I have to put it on here. When I was thinking about, okay, what's something like really uncomfortable that I could do? Just go up and meet someone random every single day. And so that's what I put on here, and thinking about it now, it is going to be uncomfortable, but it really is going to be so worth it. So if you have something that, or a habit, or something that you really are putting off, if you're an introvert like me, try to meet someone new every single day. Say hi to them regardless of the conversation, regardless if it's a girl or a guy, it doesn't matter. Just meet someone and just talk to them, and I think it'd be really good. So if you have a habit, or if you have something that would be good for you but is so uncomfortable, that means you have to do it. That means you have to put yourself out there, because that's how you really grow. When those habits are really uncomfortable, that's how you know, like when you do them and you show up to do them, you'll become a better person. And so the next ones are gonna be like my 15-minute walk and my stretching every single day. From February, it's on this side. I did all right. Next month, I'm gonna definitely tighten it up a little bit more and get more green. But the 15-minute walk and the stretching are aligned with like my health goals. Like, okay, like I want to be able to have good cardio. I want to be able to move freely. I want to be able to touch my toes every single morning, etc. Because with a flexible body equates to a flexible mind, etc. So that's 7 habits. I do have a 8th habit on here. It's called YouTube upload. And what that really is not just a habit, but if I do upload, that's just 1 point. So let's just say I get 5 green on my regular habits and 1 red. If I uploaded a YouTube video that day, okay, that's 1 point that makes up for the red that I got. Because I'm not going to be uploading every single day, but I also want to hit a goal for uploading. Like my goal is to upload 15 videos, so it's like every other day I have to upload. So that'd be plus 1 point. I graph my habits 2 in the back, and it only goes up to 7. It doesn't go up to 8. So like I said again, if I get red on one of my habits, the uploading one makes up for that. And then I can get the full stack of 7 habits a day. Some things I want to mention when you go to make these habit trackers is you want them to be aligned to your goals. You don't just want to look at my habit tracker and put those things because I said them. That's not what that's about. When you make your habit tracker, it's going to be totally aligned to you and your goals. Don't stop trying to copy everyone else's like script for success. This habit tracker is a script for my success. My success is not your success. So what you need to do is spend some time alone to really think, okay, what are some things I can do every single day that will move me forward What are some uncomfortable habits that I can do that will move me forward and that will make me a better person, even if it's uncomfortable? Because to be honest, in February, I fell off. Like, I'll show you my graph at the end of February. You see this, like, okay, I'm pretty consistent with 4, 5, and 6, right? I didn't go below 4. But all of a sudden, I hit a huge dip. And I wonder, like, why? I think it's because in the middle of February, I hit all my goals of February. I literally hit all my goals. But then you could say, like, okay, then why don't you just, if it's still middle of February, why don't you just add more to your goal? But I was just thinking, okay, like, what's the point then if I'm just going to add more and more and more? It's not a monthly goal. If I hit my monthly goal already, I can just not chill out, but I can kind of ride the wave and just kind of just focus on other things because I hit my goals already. But when I hit my goals, I was just like so bored. I was like, what do I do now? Like, and then I put up my March goals like halfway through February, and I guess I'm just looking towards getting those ones. That's the thing about monthly goals and stuff. If you hit all your goals in the beginning of the month or something, was that goal like really something difficult that you had to achieve? And so for this month in March, I have goals that I think I can hit towards the end of the month, not towards like the middle of the month. And so in February, like, I lost all my momentum because I hit all my goals and I was just like, what do I do now? Do I even have to try? And so with that, the consequences of me not really trying and me like being lazy as shit, nothing's moving forward now. And so when you go to pick goals every single month, just make sure that it's something that you can look at and be like, okay, like, I'm gonna have to work for this one. I'm gonna have to do some difficult stuff for this. Like, this is gonna take pretty much the whole month. Go out and make your habit tracker now before the month starts. If you started it like halfway through the month, like, still like do the rest of that month the best to your ability. Also too, I have a free Discord that you can join, the link in the description. I have a section in there called habit trackers. There's a bunch of people who've made habit trackers, and if you have questions or if you have certain ideas about it, you can join the Discord and you can go into that section. We can all talk about it. And with that, continue your journey and keep moving forward.